Cream Pie says, why do you never do world building on your surrealist paintings? For me, I just can't keep from world building. Well, on this, I'm going to quote one of my favorite photographers. Just a second. So this is a book by Wim Wenders. He's also a very well-known filmmaker. I have to confess, he's a bit on the artsy-fartsy side. But Wim Wenders is a great filmmaker nevertheless. And I think the intro to this book, there's a nice quote here. I'm just going to dig it up for you. Okay, so it's not in this book. But anyways, let me show you some of the pictures from this book. It's views of America and some other world cities from... It's almost like an Edward Hopper style. He's doing with photography what Edward Hopper did with painting, you know, Nighthawks and everything. But in another book, but not this one, he says, if you convey images with words, if you use too many words to explain images, it rapes their secrets, it says. In some cases, when you're creating images as an artist, you should let the art do the talking. And if you over-explain it, you overcommit yourself in some cases. If you're doing speculative evolution, you're designing creatures and like talking about their lore, it's a different story. But I mean, I could say, yes, this is the spirit puppeteer, and this is like the kneeling nightmare monster, and I don't know, like this is the mosquito woman, or this is the Sarsarella monster, or this is the Ömmigoyin, the kind of, this is the guy that rows across the Sea of Dreams or something. Oh, then what's in the Sea of Dreams? You know, who is this girl? Who's that spirit? Who's this snake? What the fuck? And then it's like you forget. I would lose this freedom, is all I'm saying. Like this thing, you know, just comes out because I think the stripes are cool. No other reason. I think the stripes are fucking cool. And if I world build too much around these things, then the secret is raped. And it goes formulaic. I mean, plus, I already do world building. Much better than many people, to be a little braggy. You know, I already have Snayad and All Tomorrows and many of those creature illustrations I do. So I want this to be free of them. And it makes my work cycle very sustainable too. Because when I'm tired of explaining things, I can turn to this. When I'm tired of bullshitting, I can just turn to more rigid, structural, spec evo creatures. So it goes back and forth, back and forth.